And I'm in. People are pretty boring. You can see what they're up to. Usually not up to much. And I should probably let her know that I'm able to see her.
Well, that's really unsettling.
Yeah, I'm in on all this. Let me explain. I asked Alexander Hyde, the chief research officer at Security Scorecard and a certified ethical hacker, to break into my webcams to see just how vulnerable I was. With some deliberate negligence on my part, he got into my Windows 10 laptop's webcam, and from there, a connected baby monitor on my home Wi-Fi network. He also eventually cracked my MacBook Air, too, although both operating systems were initially able to thwart the hacker. Why in the world would I ask someone to spy on me? Honest answer, because I've been seeing lots of these webcam covers, and I wanted to know if they were really needed.
We've put cameras everywhere. So how secure are they? And what can we be doing to better protect our literal privacy?
Alex was able to get into my Windows laptop's webcam by spear phishing me. That's when a hacker poses as someone you may know and entices you to open documents or links. I made his job easier by posting on Twitter recently that I was looking to hire a new video producer. Alex, Rudiger Watkins, sent me an email with a resume and a link to a video reel. Those, of course, contained malware, and I needed to download both for the hack to work. I was a very willing participant in this hack, and for the purposes of this exercise, I did what you should never do. I disabled antivirus, ignored plenty of warnings from Gmail, Windows, and Microsoft Office. Once the malware was in place, it was just a few steps on his end to get into my webcam, and possibly worse, lots of data stored on my laptop.
When you have this level of access, essentially anything that's on that network is accessible in the same ways.
On Windows, he was able to snap a photo every few seconds and even listen in over the mic. Yes, that's my son crying in the background. Microsoft says it patched this vulnerability in 2017. That's why Alex needed both files to carry out the hack, and why its built-in Windows Defender issued multiple warnings. Getting into the Mac was a different process. He sent a document that required LibreOffice to be installed. Yet again, I ignored the warnings. I had to override protections to download the app, change some security settings in the app itself, and even give the program access to my camera. Not exactly a covert operation. Eventually, he did get in and snapped a few photos. An Apple spokesperson said the following: Apple has built security features into macOS to protect users from mistakenly downloading unsafe software. We recommend downloading software only from the Mac App Store or trusted members of the Apple Developer Program, and never opening files from unknown or untrusted sources. With both the Mac and the HP laptops, the webcam lights turned on. I asked Alex to go one step further to see if he can get into this WANS View IP baby monitor I set up on my home network. Because he was already in the laptop and could see the network activity, he could see the IP address for the webcam. Then, since I hadn't changed the admin password on the camera, because the app didn't prompt me to, he was able to pull up a live view of my son's playroom. A WANS View representative said the setup process requires default settings for technical reasons, and stressed the importance of changing the password later. He wasn't able to get into my Nest camera because he didn't have my username and password. I met up with Alex, and he walked me through how he did all this using off-the-shelf hacking tools. With more time and resources, however, he said he could have more craftily tricked me into falling for his attack. He also told me hackers are generally interested in finding something more valuable than a view of you at your computer.
There has to be real motivation on the hacker's part. Oftentimes a hacker is seeking to make money or monetize some type of resource that's been obtained during the breach. If someone's specifically just seeking access to a webcam, chances are there's another motive there.
All this hacking wasn't in vain. I quickly learned 4 things I needed to do to mitigate the risk of someone with actual evil intents peering into my home and life. Number 1, if you have a Windows PC, antivirus is still a must. Windows 10's built-in Live Defender issued a warning and prevented me from downloading the malicious file, or video reel. On a Mac, install Malwarebytes or other malware-fighting software. On both a Mac and PC, make sure your operating system is up to date. The same goes for your smartphone, home cameras, and Wi-Fi router.
Attackers will often embark in a sophisticated social engineering ruse to tell the user how to disable these protections in order to have the attack work.
Number 2, think before you click on links or attachments included in emails, texts, and social media posts that even just seem the slightest bit off. Plus, pay attention to those warnings that appear in your email or web browser after you click something malicious. Number 3, no matter what the device, always change the admin password. And for the love of everything, don't repeat passwords. Don't believe me? Alex had access to a public database with millions of usernames and passwords from previous breaches.
See what we got? Is that you?
I'm not going to confirm or deny.
All right, but you shouldn't be using those anymore if you are.
Number 4, cover that webcam. I bought this $9 pack on Amazon, but a Post-it or a piece of tape will do the trick. What are the chances of someone wanting to watch you and your not exactly thrilling life? I'd rather not find out.
I still see you.